What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Horror Movie Review with Daniel Richardson. And tonight we're looking at the only horror film that Chuck Norris ever did, talking about Silent Rage. But we got time for that. We'll get to that eventually. Right now we got a little bit of horror movie news, so let's get down to what happened this week in horror. Really scraping the bottom here. Treehouse of Horror 31 has been postponed until November 1st, the night after Halloween, which people are losing their shit on for some fucking reason. I don't get it. It's like, you're getting it. It's not getting postponed like a month or a year even. It's getting postponed to the day after Halloween. Do you really need Halloween or the Halloween season to enjoy fucking Halloween themed cartoon shows? I don't know. I'm being serious here. I don't know. Just everybody's like losing their shit online. I'm just like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, I didn't even think Simpsons was still relevant. But apparently, Treehouse of Horror is one of those things where like even people who don't watch Simpsons are just like, oh no, we tune in for Treehouse of Horror. So, fucking 31. That's insane. That is ridiculous. I have not watched The Simpsons honestly since 2005. Let's say 2005. 15 years. 15 years. Haven't watched it since then. So yeah, I have no idea. I'm out of the loop. And I refuse to buy Disney Plus, so I'm sure I can find these online somewhere if I really wanted to look for it. But we're getting it. You guys are still getting it. I feel like Halloween season for me is literally like, I'm talking about the actual season. I'm a horror guy year round anyways. I'm just talking about the season of Halloween for me runs from like September 1st until the end of October. But in this situation where like October falls like on a Saturday, like the Halloween, you gotta count Sunday too, right? Like November 1st. Yeah, we'll do that. The first weekend of November is the end of Halloween season. Because you gotta have a lot of time to, kind of take the decorations down. If you're like, I don't know, these stay up year round, but that's me. Anyway, so yeah, Treehouse of Horror. I don't know what they're tackling this year. Is that all they do? They do spoof movies now, or is it original stuff? I know they kind of did a mixture of both before when I watched it, but honestly, I don't think I watched anything past like, I don't know, first 8, 9 seasons. That don't seem right, but for some reason I don't remember watching a whole lot. I don't know. I was spotty on Simpsons after like 2000-ish. Anyways, moving fucking on. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this or not. The guy's name's like William Marcini. He's known for doing mashups and shit online. He's pretty good at it, actually. I really enjoy his stuff, but this week he busted out a Beastie Boys Intergalactic with Ray Parker Jr.'s Ghostbusters. Intergalactic Busters is what they called it. And it is what it is. God damn, I really wish we had better news here. Corey Feldman and, I don't know the dude's name, Jameson something? The other Frog brother. Newlander? Is that even a name? Am I making that up? Newlander. I just got Corey and Jameson on here. Anyways, Corey Feldman and Jameson, the Frog brothers. Apparently there's going to be a web series, and it's going to be on YouTube, I think, or maybe Facebook Watch. Couldn't get any network backing on this one. And on Corey Feldman's personal private website. But he's doing a 4-night event. It's going every Saturday. That can't be right. I think it's 4 days before Halloween. That's when he's going to release the episode. But that's what it is. Anyways, regardless, the Frog Brothers are going to be looking for. It's called Corey and Jameson's Real Frog Adventure. What the fuck? Anyways, it's Ghost Hunters, but with Corey Feldman and this Jameson guy. I don't know. I just can't anymore. What about this mention next is probably really more depressing, but for some reason Corey Feldman and Jameson doing a web series that they have to broadcast on YouTube, Facebook Watch, and Corey Feldman's own personal fucking website seems way more depressing. But anyways, QB fucking finally it closed its doors after like 7 months, 7 months. It's conflicting. I've read some articles that said 6 months, some said 7. Doesn't matter. 6.5. We'll call it 6.5. Either way, QB's done. They're fucking done. They didn't last long, which I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like I was never gonna watch it, anything on there at all. I don't like the bite-sized little fucking run times. I mean, give them credit for being ballsy to just assume that this country is full of like idiots with short attention spans and like this was going to work. Because honestly, could have. It really could have. You know, fucking TikTok and Vine's fucking popular as shit. Is Vine still a thing though? I don't think Vine's still a thing, but TikTok certainly is. And it just seems like a lot of idiots on there. So anyways, yeah. I feel like this could have been a hit. Like honestly, if I was wealthy and just had money to piss away, and they're like, "Hey, you want to invest in Cuba?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" It seems like this country would definitely eat that shit up. So I'm not sure exactly what fell. Because the funny thing was they're trying to blame COVID. It's like, nah, I'm sorry. Fucking Tiger King was like dominating during COVID. Yeah, COVID ain't flying. If garbage like Tiger King can succeed, then QB should have done it if you had quality programming. The only thing about us horror fans, I guess, that this is of note is they had the 50 States of Fright. I think is what it's called. Let me check my notes. 50 States of Fright. Sorry. Anyways, it's canceled now. It's Sam Raimi produced series. I'm not sure what their format is. Like 8 to 11 minutes, maybe. Is it like Adult Swim? Like about the half-hour programs? Either way, this show was canceled. And I guess it ran for 2 seasons. They were able to get 2 seasons out, which I'm not sure how long a season is. I don't know if they're just doing like 5 episodes a season or 10, whatever. But a lot of people are now speculating if the not just 50 States of Fright, but other shows will be picked up as well. I know my girlfriend really wanted to watch that sex doll one that had Anna Kendrick, and she was like doing a road trip with a sex doll. Like it sounds wild, it really does, but I'm just like. Just Anna Kendrick and sex doll in the same title. I'm just like, I'm there. I'm sold. So anyways, yeah. So, I don't know. People are wondering if 50 States of Fright will get picked up by someone else. If it will it get bumped up to a real runtime? If it's an anthology thing, would that piss off the smaller people? Or even the people who are doing the longer ones, maybe? Maybe everybody had, like, they were getting ready. They're like, all right, you're going to be state, 33. You're ready to do it. And he's like, all right. Got my 8-minute short ready to go, and they're like, oh shit, we got picked up by Netflix, and you got bumped up to 44 minutes. He's like, fuck. So I don't know. Curious to see. I really don't care. sorry. This is just a really weak ass week for news. Children of the Corn. They got a new one coming out. I'm like, fucking really? Well, how many other was there? There was like 7 or 8 of them just in the original series. I want to say 7. For some reason. But then they did a TV like Sci-Fi Channel remake, which I didn't see. I always stuck with Children of Corn. This is like one of those series. Like I don't know. I feel like I would eat it up, but like I only watched like 3 total. And that was it. Maybe I don't think I even watched 4. I think I just watched 3. The second, I forgot what the second one's called. I liked it, but Urban Harvest, I could go suck a dick. I didn't like any of that. But yeah, I stopped after 3, and I just never got around to it. I think if I would have found it like dirt cheap, another thing like I'm sure Mill Creek has like a box set for like $3 you can pick up. I just never came across it. But anyways, this one I guess was being filmed during the pandemic. And anyways, it's got a nice little rated R to it, and they're just like, it has, and here's what they said, they go, this has almost nothing to do with the original 84 film, and I'm like, almost nothing? Like, are you guys just sharing a title? Like, I hope that's all it is. Like, I would love to see just a fresh take of a child cult that's, roaming around cornfields in Nebraska. I think that'd be fucking awesome. But yeah, so the new one's coming out, so if you're a Children of the Corn fanatic, there you go, guys. There you go. That's all I got for news. I apologize for this shitty news week, but you get what you can take. We're moving on now to the final showdown in the horror battle royal. We had 10 when we started this thing off, and we are now down to the final 2. It's Annabelle and Frankenstein's monster. The votes are in, and just slightly edged it out. Annabelle wins. I'm not gonna lie, I thought she was probably gonna be the most hated in this bunch of classic monsters, but she has hung on to her title and went all the way through. All the way through. Boom. So Annabelle wins, Frankenstein monster was defeated, which I don't know, maybe demons can take you far in a horror fight. So I mean, I'm not saying you can't kill Frankenstein, but you definitely stop it for a little bit. Like he fell in like lava one time. He fell like he got frozen one time. I don't know. I feel like they've done a lot of shit to him. He's like indestructible. He's like the original Jason Voorhees. Like you can't kill the guy. So I don't know what you would do. I guess you can like push him back. Because I don't think he'd be smart enough, would he, to be able to like conjure. I mean, I guess he can try to contact a priest. I don't think he's gonna have the ability to do it. So yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, it's literally just gonna be Annabelle just pushing his ass into a well, and he's just stuck, and it's like, till next time, I win. So there it is. Annabelle wins, retains her title. So that's the end of the Horror Battle Royal, and I feel like moving forward, because now we kind of got a new bi-weekly or bi-monthly. I guess that's the way to do it. We're doing it 2 times a month for the next couple of weeks, and then I believe in November or December, we're going to cut it back, way back. I've already mentioned this before. And but anyway, I think I'll wait until maybe the first of the year, because I mean we're not running anything in December, I don't think. I'm pretty sure we're not. And I got everything written down over there, but I didn't check. But anyways, we'll start a new, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to go gauntlet style. Instead of doing tournaments or battle royals, we'll just literally throw out somebody, and we'll start with a villain. We'll start with 2 villains, and they'll face each other off. And then the winner will stay over, and then we'll bring another one in next week or next month or whenever we film. Excuse me. And we'll just keep going and Iron Man this shit. Just literally keep going with it. So yeah, you guys got suggestions for villains you want to see in this gauntlet, this horror gauntlet? Drop them down below. That's all we got on that one. So guys, thank you for voting on that. Annabelle wins. She's now the queen. She's still the queen of horror right now, which I think is probably... Oddly enough, I think I just assumed because the general horror community is anti, like, Annabelle. I think the TPS inner circle is okay with her. That's the only way I can explain it. Like, I don't see how she went. Like, the vote margin was pretty small. I won't lie, but it's like, still, it went with Annabelle crazy. So anyways, there you go. Annabelle is the queen. She keeps winning, and I'll probably start her in the deck. I don't think I'm gonna start her off like, what the hell's that going on over there? I'll throw her in the deck, and we'll just kind of randomly pick her out whenever. So we'll have a new 2 fresh combatants in the gauntlet, and we'll just kind of go from there. So we got a couple of new horror films coming out this weekend. First, we're gonna start off with The Empty Man, where this former cop, he's tracking this missing girl, and this leads him to the Empty Man and this like secret cult-like group that, I don't know, worshipped him maybe? I don't know. It's kind of a flimsy setup. I'll be honest with you. For the longest time, this was like, I remember the trailer was supposed to drop a while back ago. The movie was supposed to come out, and it just kept getting pushed back for obvious reasons. Not, knocking that, obviously. But it was just like, there was never a trailer. And even now, it's like, this month rolls around, and Empty Man was like on the slate. There was no trailer attached to it until like last week or whatever. And so, when I finally watch it, and I wasn't doing it because it has man in the title, but like I couldn't help but like compare this to like Slender Man or The Bye Bye Man, which were both really horrible movies. And like Slender Man should have been good. Like that first trailer, the original, because I mean, I don't know if you heard it or not, but like, I guess like Sony made a lot of fucking cuts to Slender Man. Like they fucked that shit up. They're just like, we'll butcher it, we don't care. But anyways, I was excited for Slender Man, but it turned out to say, and Bye Bye Man I wasn't really excited for, but it was what it was. And then when you watch it, you're like, this is shit. And so The Empty Man, I kind of already gave it that whole thing. And when it starts off, it does have that same vibe of like this urban legend boogeyman in a sense. And so then the other thing, like in the trailer, they're like, well, rumor has it if you find a bottle on a bridge and blow into it, and I guess you say his name or some shit, the Empty Man, and I guess he comes at you 3 different times. Like one night you hear him, second night you see him, third night he gets you. I think it's how they put it out there. And there's all these kids on the bridge, and I don't know, they're like street toughs, I guess, but like the dorky kids, like Empty Man, and like the street toughs are kind of scared, like don't do that. And then it just cuts to a scene where like you see a lot of people picking up bottles and blowing into it. And I'm like, well, you have to find a bottle. Like you can't place a bottle there and then turn around and be like, oh, found a bottle and pick it up, right? Like it has to be like a thing of chance, I would assume. But for some reason, there's like scenes of like cloaked figures blowing into the thing. I don't know. And I haven't seen the Empty Man yet, like what he looks like. But from what I gather, from like a little bit you see here, it's mostly shadow stuff, and I don't know. It looks bad. I don't know. I'm not really that pumped for the Empty Man, but see how it goes, I guess. I'll hear what people are saying, but I can already tell people aren't going to be too jazzed about it. I don't think you're going to get a whole lot of... people ain't going to be too pumped for this, I don't think. So I don't think it's going to be buzzworthy, and I don't think anybody's going to really give a shit later on. But the movie I am looking forward to is also this weekend, Synchronic, which 2 cops down in New Orleans, I believe, They're investigating. There's a designer drug out there and everything, and as they're kind of investigating it, this drug, which I'm guessing is like a hallucinogen type thing, it fucking, like, I don't know what it does. I guess it's gonna transport you to time and space, maybe, or you're jumping timelines. I don't know. But all I know, it basically ruins these two guys' lives. Anthony Mackie, I forget who the other guy is. Anthony Mackie apparently in this movie has a brain tumor or something like that, and that's part of it. This is directed by the team of Benson and Moorhead, and I am a huge fucking fan of both these guys. They came out with The Endless a couple years back, and that movie was fucking fantastic. They did Spring, which honestly was the one I wasn't really looking forward to at all, and Josh Chaney from TPS Stock and other TPS related projects. When I told him, cause I seen the Endless first, and I was like, dude, you gotta check. I knew he would love it. I was like, dude, this is your movie. Check out the Endless, and he fucking jizzed all over. Like, he was just like, oh my god, great. And then I told him, there's other movie. They did Resonance and I just said it, Spring, and I was like, and I said, I see the trailer for Spring, but I don't. The trailer didn't look that good, and so I was just kind of like, I don't really want to see Spring. But he went out and watched both of them. He was like, no, they're both great. Check them out. And so he was like, I finally came around and watched Spring not too long ago, and it was fucking incredible. Like, it was way better. And so with Synchronic, the trailer doesn't show you anything. Like, it ain't giving you any fucking clues at all, hard. Like, it's just literally just showing you images, and they're just like, fucking, and then with just quotes from people telling you, like, this is going to blow your fucking mind, and, if you're not a fan of these two, you will be after this movie. So it's just like, there's a lot of shit surrounding this, a lot of mystery right now, and a lot of hype. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not afraid of that, because I really think like this is gonna be just incredible. Like, I don't know anything about this movie right now, and I think it's gonna be just fucking spot on. So yeah, Synchronic coming out soon. So I'm freaking pumped about that. All right, let's get to the review. We're going back to 1982. I'm sorry, this is so ridiculous. The basic plot is Walker, Texas Ranger. He's the sheriff of this little Texas town. And there's a guy who was killed and brought back genetically, and he's just an unstoppable killing machine. You can't hurt him because he can regenerate and heal his wounds and everything. What's Chuck Norris gonna do? What is Chuck fucking Norris gonna do? Alright, so I was like, alright, this movie kind of came across. A friend of mine actually on Facebook was watching it. He's like, oh my god, it's on Tubi. And, I'm a big fan of this movie. It's Chuck Norris' only horror film. And I was like, that can't be right. Like, I feel like even Steven Seagal, scored out, 3 straight-to-video ones. Like, he did one with, zombies and Ja Rule at one point, I think. And then, I don't know, I feel like he's probably done a couple more since. And so I'm just like, I don't know, I feel like Chuck Norris is definitely on that straight-to-video circuit right now. And I was like, he had to do more, but apparently he hasn't. This is it. This is his only time. And it's probably a reason. Anyways, so, basically, Silent Rage. It's like it's funny because when you're watching, there's a lot of similarities to Michael Myers, the way this killer is, walking around. But the director, I've read an interview where he said he was more influenced by Frankenstein. Everybody kept saying like, oh, you're ripping off Michael Myers. And he goes, no, it's a Frankenstein story because once again, the scientists, they're toying with, they're playing God basically in the laboratory, and this is what happens. The monster gets out there. This movie, it's so fucking cheesy. Like, that's the thing, I don't get, don't get me wrong, Walker, Texas Ranger is great as far as a cheesy show goes, but I'll be honest, I have not watched that shit since high school. Junior high maybe. Around that time. Because he's come on right before Monday Night Raw. And so, and I never even watched a full episode. I would just watch the last, 5 minutes of every Walker, Texas Ranger thing. It gained some popularity with me just on the Conan O'Brien show when Conan would pull his lever and they just show a random clip of Walker, Texas Ranger, which is always the most ridiculous out of, context clip they can find, but still is fucking hilarious. So anyways, as a kid, I liked Chuck Norris, but I'll be honest with you, I don't know why I like Chuck Norris. Because the only thing I knew Chuck Norris from was, I believe it wasn't Game of Death, it was it Year of the Dragon? Chinese Connection? I don't know. I know it had I think it was Return of the Dragon, maybe. I know, they had a million fucking titles, I know that. But the one where he fights Bruce Lee in the Coliseum. And once again, I like Bruce Lee more, so it's just I remember that scene, and it's just awesome. I just remember fucking Bruce Lee grabbing his chest hair and yanking it. I'm just thinking like, man, that'll never happen to me. And then here I am, hairy as fucking shit, and that will definitely happen to me if I get in a kung fu fight with Bruce Lee or whatever. Well, maybe not now because I can probably beat Bruce Lee now. Maybe not actually. That's how bad out of shape I am. He probably still whoop my ass. Anyways, but I like that movie, or at least that sequence. I don't think I ever watched I did watch the full movie, and it was okay. But it's just like, it's one of those things where I'd wait, it'd come on TV, come on Spike TV a lot, and I'd just be like, I'll come back, last 20 minutes of the thing. I just want to see him fight Chuck Norris, and it was always awesome. And then, he did the movie Sidekicks with Jonathan Brandis back in like the early 90s. And I liked that. But then that was it. He did, what was the movie, Top Dog? K-9? He did one of those two, and that was okay. But I don't know. I just was never a big fan. And the thing is, just like, he has like this weird cult following because it's just like, he's a badass motherfucker. And it's like, sure he is, but it's just like, I don't think he has any like screen charisma. Like, it's clearly a hipster, ironic following he has right now. But honestly, it's just like, I don't get the appeal ever of Chuck Norris. And as I'm watching this movie, it's not, it's so obvious. Like, this guy is just not a leading dude at all. I don't know if I'm just watching the wrong Chuck Norris movies. I ain't gonna lie, I haven't seen a whole lot. Maybe I need to watch, like, The Octagon or fucking Missing in Action. That's one of them. Or fucking Delta Force. Maybe I need to watch these, and these will just be like, blow my fucking mind. I'll be like, oh my god, these are great. But like, the handful I've seen wasn't great. And so anyways, this one, he's just so stiff and awkward. And he has a fucking sex scene that goes on for way too fucking long. It's just like, god damn, Chuck. No charisma, no chemistry between him and this girl. It just looks awkward. You feel sorry for her. And it's not like Chuck Norris is a bad looking guy, but it just looks like he's so stiff in there. And I don't mean like that. I mean, he just looks fucking uncomfortable. And he's just like slobbering all over. I don't know. It was just a weird scene to watch. He has a fat sidekick. And honestly, for whatever reason, the whole time I'm watching this, I kept thinking it was Joey. I don't know his real name, from Friday 13 Part 5. And I was like, oh shit, that's Joey from Friday 13 Part 5. And I'm watching it more, I'm like, that's not Joey. Like, who is this guy? And I'll be honest, I won't deny, I didn't figure it out. I had to look it up, and then I was like, oh shit, yeah, of course it's him. It's Flounder from Animal House. That's who it is. And I was just like, oh shit, I thought it was Joey the whole time. But it's just like, they throw this comic relief in there, and then it's like, there's a whole like weird subplot. Like the movie just takes a complete break. And it's like he's fighting these bikers in a bar, and it's just insane. I will say there's a good amount of titties in this movie. If anything else, you just want to see some 1980s titties. Fucking Silent Rage has you covered on that thing. If that's your thing, yeah, that's really all I can really say that I can recommend this movie on. Oh, and it's got I forget the guy's name. Shit, he was Winslow Leach in Phantom of Paradise. He's like one of the regulars with Brian De Palma in those early days. I can't think of the dude's name for fucking William Finley. Is that it? It's not the Paul Williams. Paul Williams was he was the bad guy. He was Swan. He was Winslow. I think it was William Finley. I think is the guy's name. But anyways, he's in it, but he didn't really offer or add a whole lot of anything. In fact, he's kind of bland in this movie. Like, that's another thing. I really love that dude in Phantom of Paradise. I've never seen anything else, so I was like really excited. Like, oh shit, this guy's in it. And then just watching, like, man, like Chuck Norris just sucks the fun out of everybody. I don't know. This movie is pretty blah. Not even ironic fun. At the end of the movie, spoiler alert, if you don't want to see it now, just go ahead and click on this video. He gives the attitude adjustment to fucking Frankenstein and throws him in a well. And this is assume he's dead. Now, you gotta remember at this point, he has shot this dude. He has stabbed this dude. This dude blew up. You can think of the dude to this guy, they've done it, and he keeps regenerating. He's not dying. And then they just happen to be, conveniently fighting on top of this well, and he just fucking picks him up for the FU or the attitude adjustment, whatever we'll call it, John Cena's move, and just like, throws him into it. I wish I would have jizzed if he would have went like that afterwards, I would have laughed and just died of a heart attack. It would have been great. But after he throws him in there, and he grabs his girlfriend, and he's just like, it's over, let's go home. And I'm like, you just threw him in a fucking hole and has water at the bottom of it. Like, this dude can regenerate everything. Like, really? And only I had a guy I work with, a coworker, who he was all over this. Like, he fucking loved this movie. And the whole time he's just like, well, he can't get out. I'm like, yeah, but it's like he can regenerate, so he can literally like fucking keep jabbing his hand into the well until he wears out enough to kind of get a little run going there. I mean, bloody hands or not, he'll pull it out and regenerate, and then he can do it again and again, and then start climbing his way back out. I mean, he's got nothing but time. He's immortal. He's fucking Frankenstein's monster. What the fuck else is he gonna do? I don't know. It was just weak sauce, and apparently, I guess they were hoping to do a sequel, and the sequel never came. The sequel never came. We never got Silent Rage 2. Apparently, Chuck Norris kind of embarrassed by this movie, I think, and never went back to that genre again. He was just like, fuck it. I'm going to, and I mean, it's not even a horror movie. I threw that out there early with the quotations because it was like, this is definitely more like sci-fi action with some thriller elements, I guess. But I mean, it's definitely a Chuck Norris vehicle. It's just him going around Chuck Norris and people. And the fight scenes are okay. I won't deny that. And I will say the opening scene is pretty good. Like, it's a big long take, and I loved it. Like, it's one big one-y, and you're just following like the guy who's going crazy. Which I thought was funny how he's going crazy because they never explained why this guy's going crazy and then ends up dying or going crazy and killing people, and then they end up killing him. They never explained why he went crazy, but it just explains he's just like whole time on the phone trying to talk to his doctor. He's like, doc, I can't hold on. I don't know what's going on. I need help, please. And then as the kids are ushered out of the house and they're just making noise, he just quickly goes like, I gotta go, I'm crazy now. It's just like, wait, what? You didn't even give the guy a chance. Like, you called the guy up asking for help, and then instantly it's like, nope, I'm too far gone. It's like, really? Like, what happened in that span of like five seconds that made you just flip? Like, I don't know. I mean, it's crazy, I guess. He's crazy, so I guess that's what it is, but I don't know. I like the opening scene, but beyond that, this movie is just awful. It's just awful. Like, Chuck Norris is just not a good actor. He's a great fighter, I guess, but even the fight scenes in here are just kind of like, nah. It's just, I don't know. It is what it is. But that's Silent Rage. If you guys have seen Silent Rage, please, I want to have some dialogue about that. Like, no one's seen this movie, so I want to like be able to talk to people about this movie. I hope they feel the same way. Or maybe you guys love it. Like, I don't know, when I talked to my coworker, he was all jazzed about it. He's like, oh, fucking Silent Rage is great. And I was like, fuck you. It's totally not. He's like, oh, no, it's great. He's like old, though, so I was like, it's like, I don't know, he watched it like it came out, I guess. He was like, yeah, this is a movie from my youth, and I love Chuck Norris. Anyway, so that's it. That's Silent Rage. That's all I got this week for the horror movie review. Guys, we'll be back in a couple weeks, I believe. So there it is. So thank you for watching, and until next time. Oh, shit. Didn't always run. Sorry. Hi. Thank you for watching that video. Be sure to give us a thumbs up, share it, subscribe to our channel. All that good stuff you do right here on YouTube, go ahead and do it. Check out our other videos. Go to our playlist. We got episodes of TPS TV, Journey Through the Dark Side. We got a new show coming out, the horror movie review with Daniel Richardson. This guy. And of course, our short film, Entropy. You can find all that and more right here on YouTube. And then check out, yeah, look at that. All of our social media right there. And we don't just, copy and paste like the same post and put it on all. No, that's ridiculous. 3 different platforms. 3 different posts. I mean, the behind the scenes stuff you see on Twitter will not be the same stuff you see on Instagram. So there you go, right there. So be sure to give us a follow and a like on all that right there. Keep up to date. Have you seen Unspeakable Acts yet? No? Come on. Pick you up the DVD right now. Links over there. Oh yeah. It's only $7. $3 shipping and handling. And of course, if you've already seen it and you haven't seen the public domain dungeon yet, boom, $5 DVD right there. So 5 S&P as well. Or sorry, 3 S&P as well. So there you go. Do that. And if you got the spare change, you want to hit us up, donate a little bit over here to TPS Productions. Our Patreon is right there. Oh yeah. So that's all we, oh my God, sorry. I'm getting fired, ain't I? God, that's all we got. Thank you for watching.